To Whisky Club Canada. I'm Clayton, and today, the Dalmore 12 Sherry Cask Select. This excellent single malt scotch is from the Dalmore distillery, which has been around since 1839 and was actually family owned until 1960. Strangely enough, in 1920, next door to the distillery was a British naval deep-sea mine factory that had an explosion and destroyed most of the distillery, but they rebuilt and continued to operate. For every Dalmore, their scotch is matured in two types of casks: used American bourbon casks for maturing and sherry casks for finishing. The type of sherry cask is chosen by the master distiller, and for the 12-year, it's finished in Oloroso sherry casks. It is in a beautifully shaped bottle with their iconic 12-point stag emblem on the front of it. This single malt is an ABV of 43%. It is chill filtered. And as for the color, it looks dark and thick and rich, but it can be a bit deceiving because Dalmore does use some artificial color and you can't read the color properly. Before we get into the heart of this great whiskey, if you enjoy what we're doing here, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'd really appreciate the input. All right, let's get into this whiskey. On the nose, some like dried fruit, like raisins, maybe some apricots. Like citrus, some vanilla and toffee. Kind of inviting, not harsh on the nose. Let's check the palate. Yeah, you can taste the sherry, some ripe berries maybe. Some cinnamon, like a little spicy, but not too spicy. Finish lingers, but it's a little short. It comes and goes pretty quickly. A little bit of a coffee flavor on the finish. But yeah, the finish is pretty quick. I think the Dalmore 12-year-old Sherry Cask Select is a pretty decent Highland whiskey. I think the sherry cask gives it that bit of sweetness to be more welcoming for a beginner, but complex enough still for a more seasoned taster. I'm not a fan of artificial coloring, and I think a lot of whiskey enthusiasts might stay away from it because it just seems to be a cheap move for a look, but it still looks great, still a decent whiskey, and I think the sherry flavors make up for it. As always, keep exploring, keep tasting, and see you next time at Whisky Club Canada. Cheers.